Okay, now I just made a new file and I just prepared these 3 blocks to show you how swept cut, lofted cut, and boundary cut work. As you see, the names are exactly like these ones. So they do the same, but instead of creating material, they're gonna take out material. So I'm gonna start with swept cut, and I'm gonna make a swept cut on this block. So I'm gonna make a profile here that will be following a pattern here on top as a cut. I'm going to start by right clicking here and saying normal to, so I can have a better view, and I'm gonna make a sketch. Remember that the sketch that I do has to be in touch with the surface of the pattern that is going to follow. So I'm gonna make a small circle here, and the circle is in touch with the other surface. What do I mean? The circle is drawn here in this surface, but is touching this other part also. So I'm gonna right click on here, normal to, and I will zoom in a little bit to draw better. And I have to draw the pattern that the circle has to follow. So I'm going to exit the sketch 1 second. So making sure that sketch 18 is my circle, I'm gonna make a new sketch following a line. Where do I want to draw? I want to draw on this surface, and I'm going to start touching the circle. So my pattern will be something like this. It doesn't matter if I go out because it just follows the cut. It doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna finish here. So I finish my sketch, and as you can see, sketch 18 is my circle, sketch 20 is the path to follow. So let's take a look to everything. And I have nothing selected. I go to features, then I select swept cut, and one more time it asks me for the same things. So I will say, okay, I need this as the profile and this as the path. So I have my preview, just like I told you. The cut just goes out like here, but for the system it doesn't really matter. It just cuts whatever is in the path, and that's it. So this is supposedly what I want. I'm gonna click on the tick, and I have my swept cut. I'm going to deactivate here my front and top because I don't need them. And this is the path that I created, and this is the shape that was cut along the block. So this is the way swept cut works. Now we're going to use this second block to create a lofted cut. If you remember, it is joined 2 different sketches while cutting, in this case, because we're not creating material, so while cutting. So I will make one sketch on this surface and another one here below to show you how it works. So sketch, I have nothing selected. I'm gonna make a circle on this surface, and the circle will be here, for example. I finish my sketch, and I have a circle on top. Now I will have to draw here. So I will make sketch 21 is my circle. I will make a new sketch. Polygon, where do I want to draw? I want to draw here. And my polygon will have 3 sides. I'm gonna make a triangle. So right click on here. No. So I'm going to select view orientation to have a better look on this. So I will make sure that both are like touching, so it's gonna work properly. Here in the sketch, and this sketch is a polygon that is a triangle. My triangle will be like here in the middle, it doesn't really matter, and it will be bigger. So that means it's almost touching the edges of the block. So I will finish here my sketch. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and as you can see, my triangle is here below, but my circle is on the top. So here we are. Circle is a sketch 21. Triangle is a sketch 22. So I am not selecting anything. I go to features, I select lofted cut, and once again it asks me for this type of curve. So I'm going to connect this and this. And one more time, as usual, you can modify like what is going to be the way that I'm going to cut this. Remember that on the triangle we can only change these dots, like from here to here or to here, in this case, or to here, and that will change the appearance of the cut inside of the block. So let's suppose this is what I want. I'm gonna screw it a little bit more, and I click on the tick. Now I have a circle that was cut it in the middle, like with some sort of rotation, and then the triangle, and as you can see, it cut it everything until the other side. So I have cut swept here, sorry, I have a swept cut here, and I just applied a lofted cut here. Now we're going to make a boundary cut on this one. As you notice with the boundary boss base, it's pretty much the same as the lofted, but in this case you would be able, or well, we could be able to create a pattern that it will follow, not just modify the lines and everything, but create a pattern. So I'm gonna make 3 sketches. I'm going to say normal 2 here. Sketch number 1 in this case will be I don't know, a rectangle. I'm gonna draw on the surface, and my sketch is this rectangle. It's important here that I'm going to activate the front plane. I'm gonna make it visible because I will need it. So my rectangle is touching the front plane, and then I will make the other sketch on the other side, and I'm gonna make a polygon on this surface, which is the one below, and I'm gonna make it 7 sides, and it's gonna be like here, and it's gonna be like this. I will finish my sketch. Now I have 2 sketches. Sketch 23 is my rectangle, sketch 24 is my hexagon, and then on my front plane, so I'm gonna select front plane, I'm going to make the path that the cut will follow. So I'm gonna make it using a 3-point arc. Since I already selected front plane, the program understands that I'm drawing on the front plane. So I'm gonna make something like, I don't know, this until here, and then I'm gonna make one from this point to this point. So a quick review, sketch 25 is that line, and as you see, sketch 25 is on the plane. Here you don't see it, it is on the plane. So I'm going to zoom in here a little bit, and it is on the plane now. So I'm not selecting anything. I go to features, I select boundary cut, and it asks me, okay, what are the 2 profiles that you want to join? I want to join this one with the one at the bottom, taka. But then I can say direction 2, and on direction 2 I'm gonna select this, which is the direction to follow. So pretty much it should move by using this direction. So I'm gonna say direction vector, normal to profile. Here I'm going to select normal to profile, and here I'm going to select normal to profile. So if you see, all the lines in yellow changed. That means that they are following this profile, the one that I draw. So remember, you can modify this to have different types of curves depending on whatever you want, and the same below. It modifies the type of curve. So let's suppose this is what I want. I'm gonna click on the tick, and automatically I'm going to make it, I'm gonna hide this sketch so you don't see it anymore, and I'm gonna hide the front plane to check the result. Now let's say normal 2. Okay, so in this point it is a rectangle, but when I look at it from the bottom, it is my polygon, and the shapes that have inside are the ones that I determined with the profile that I drawn there. And well, that's pretty much it. That's the way we can work with the 3 tools that I just showed you: swept cut, lofted cut, and boundary cut, which work exactly the same way as these ones, but cutting, and revolve cut, that hole wizard, that is able to show you that is able to cut on specific limits or with a specific characteristics.